to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. You can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Chances that album better than Section.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
It's not.
It's like it's not even close.
It's not.
It's I love Kendrick. That's
love
by
Kendrick.
far his worst song.
That is, yeah, for sure.
I
Not even
disagree.
close. Section 80 is better than Mr. Morale.
I
Mr. Morale
disagree.
has good songs, but it's not a
Yeah,
great album.
I'm with that.
You
Get
guys
up,
have your
Chris.
two opinions. I have mine.
What up?
You guys have your two opinions.
Look,
I have
that
mine.
baby
I'll take
trying
Mr.
shit.
Morale over Section 80. I think it's debatable though, but I'll take Miss Morale.
I don't think it's
Shit
debatable
taste.
either.
I love you though.
I think Count Me Out is one of his like elite.
I love when you
songs.
count me
Count Me
out.
Out. Count Me Out
That's
is a great
one
song.
Like,
song on the
there's-
entire.
Yeah,
I know.
Count Me Out is a
There's-
great song. That
there's a
doesn't
lot-
make it
there's a
better
lot
than
of songs
Section
in there,
80.
though. I'm just saying, I think the highs are higher.
ADHD, Ronald Reagan era, Rigor
Yes.
Mortis, and
And this is
That
Blow
has
My
good
High.
songs too.
Right.
all of those songs are better than any song on.
A whole lot.
I
Yeah.
disagree.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
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 They're better than most,
What are we
but
doing?
Yeah, those are his all-time classics.
better than most, but I'm not taking it.
High power. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
High
What up?
Power
Welcome
is
back to
crazy.
Water Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy, Mr. Rex. I'm Chris.
Blow My High.
Nicholas Koloff.
Let's
Spiteful
go.
Chant with Q.
Smash the like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Zion is just the ultimate goon.
Zion is a gooner, dude. He probably drives a blacked out Hellcat for the great gooner in the sky.
For sure.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
how Chad sent us like the video or picture of him watching us from the Tesla?
Yeah.
Zion's watching a goon compilation.
Zion's a
all
gooner,
times.
top tier gooner. Is he the biggest, like, physically the biggest gooner in the world?
Probably. Anyone who grabs down there qualifies. So,
But you gotta think he's like 6'9",
most
310.
athletic gooner.
Definitely the most athletic. Well, Stephon Diggs is pretty athletic too. He's a gooner, but he's not as athletic as Zion.
All pro gooner Zion Williams. Without-
Yeah, first team all
without-
goon.
Um,
First team all goon. First team all. All right, we're doing this for Friday. We're making first team all goon list.
I'm down.
I already got. I got Stephon Diggs and Zion Williamson on my first team all goon.
Okay.
I don't
think those
that's
are locks.
debatable. I think I'm gonna.
taking Delonte West and OG.
I
Pope.
think I'm gonna have a dark horse in Tiger Woods on my first
not
team.
dark horse. He might be the
He might-
MVP.
Hall of Fame,
goon.
goon Hall of
He
Fame.
might be. He might
Yeah.
go Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah. Oh, we're definitely doing first team and second team. all
Kelly
goon.
Oubre's got to be
Why?
right.
Is he attractive?
Yeah, Chris Goons to Kelly Oubre.
Jesus, man. You
Sounds
expose
like-
yourself.
No, is it? No. All right, hold on. Context for the. For,
We're waiting for it, bud. You just, you know.
no. What's goon then? What's goon then? Because if I missed
What was goon to you?
I thought it was just a dude
Goon
that
is a
sleeps with a lot of
lifestyle,
girls.
bro.
Like,
Goon is lives.
because I've heard.
I
of
goon,
Kelly Oubre.
you goon, goonology, the study of gooning.
I'm with Chris on this one. Kelly Oubre fucking pulls.
Yeah.
Straight
Is
up.
that what gooning
Wait,
is?
so you guys think gooning's like pulling girls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it
Is that
just
not what
horny
it
It's
dudes?
being a super hornball.
Being super
yeah.
hornball.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
The
Then I
act of
strike
gooning is
That strike my comment.
Yeah, self-servicing
yeah.
yourself.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
self-service.
got you.
Yeah, whatever.
How does the 70-year-old know what gooning is? And you guys, Nick, you're the youngest person here.
Nick's been on his Tigers.
Yeah,
Tigers
Nick's-
side.
I have been
Nick's
locked
a,
in.
Nick's the beat reporter now, so he instantly gains 20 years.
I'm
Wait
scared
till he
to
gets
ask
that
you to go run
Baseball
a
Writers
league.
of Association
Yeah.
pin. Start pumping out articles. You can get that pretty fast too.
I've been locked in, boys. I'm not gonna lie. It's been
So
hard.
Have you gooned? You got it clears the mind. It'll help you lock in even more.
I have a date set up after the show.
Oh, with his girlfriend.
Where's the night goon?
I hope.
Appointment.
I have a great
A goon
grade
appointment's
A
crazy.
looking roast in my oven that's gonna get out when I get out of here.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Got set up the timing perfectly. I'll send a pic to Chris for later if you guys want to see it.
Deal. Yes. Either reason why we bring up
Shaq's a
Zion.
goon for sure.
Shaq's a goon.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Shaq's up
Shaq
there.
was literally gooning while interviewing Angel Reese,
Yeah,
dude.
that was awesome.
So, yeah, why don't you take your shirt off? It's like, bro, Shaq,
Who was the chick that replaced Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club recently? She's gone now, I think.
Definitely not Haley Van Lith. But
Not Haley Van.
Haley
Shout
Van
out.
Lith.
Goon to that.
Shout out.
She's very pretty.
Very pretty, and she's
Wifey material.
SI swimsuit.
SI swimsuit. Livy Dunn's gonna be on there
As
too.
I was told. Livy Dunn was a couple years ago.
No,
First
that's
sources.
Cameron Brink. Livy Dunn is the gymnast from LSU.
That's, yeah. Okay.
Top tier goon.
If we're talking about gooning.
Yeah.
Is that like the right context there?
No, that's right context.
Okay.
That fits.
This is a great way to start a show. I feel like we have some like office level cold opens sometimes.
For sure, that was one.
Where it's like the fire drill shit, but it's just us talking about gooning for 15 minutes. Then we'll be like, yeah, it's a sports show.
It's a Wednesday.
It
you
is a
know,
Wednesday.
like it's how it gets down.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
All it takes is somebody to say something right before the show, and then it just immediately starts a conversation. We don't even start the show.
that's true.
We just continue.
We didn't go
the
too deep into the
conversation.
Kendrick stuff because now everybody's probably even listening to Section 80. I
Yeah.
feel like.
What's that?
So we didn't go too deep into the Kendrick stuff because
Well,
probably
yeah.
everyone's listening to Section 80.
We-
Dude,
where's
when
my
I went
teams?
to when we went
I
to the
stand by my
Mr.
take.
Morale concert, I don't know about Chris, but the people I was around before, me and my boy Dom finessed some seats.
Oh yeah, you told me about
Where
that.
we
yeah.
have I told you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it every time.
Yeah, we kicked some people out of the seats. There were people in the seats. We were like, "Yo, I think you guys are in our seats." And they got up and left, and we sat down. Didn't buy them. Just checked StubHub to see what open seats were. But before we moved down, there were people that like they were vibing to Kendrick's stuff, his new stuff, and they like knew every word and stuff. And then he was doing like, or they were like playing Mad City in the background because it was before he went on, and like they didn't know any of it. I was
That's crazy.
like, I couldn't believe it.
That's like a radio.
Yeah.
hit,
Like
too.
they were
That's
vibing to
wild,
like
actually.
they knew every word from Mr. Morale and didn't know ADHD
That's
or
some lame
backseat
shit.
freestyle. I was like, dude,
That's crazy.
Now
Backseat
that's-
freestyle gets me.
Now
hyped.
I'm not defending that, but I will say that is a lot of what shades my context of liking Morale over Section 80 is like honestly it changed my mind watching that performance. Like that was an album
That
made
was
to
a
be
great
performed.
performance.
Like that was the best performance hands down I've been to. I've been to Damn. Damn was better
Damn was
music,
better,
but,
I think.
But the concert itself, Mr. Morale, it was a whole show. It was a
he
spectacle.
did put on a show.
It's written that way though. That album goes
Yeah.
that way.
Exactly, and that's
Yeah,
why
he told the
appreciate it more.
story.
Yeah,
It was really cool.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That it'd be like that.
yeah, that's part of the reason why I have it over.
That's
Section
fair.
80, context-wise.
That's fair. That's context here.
Love you too, Salty.
Shout out to Salty Dog. Pistons City Edition jerseys.
But dude,
What?
when I saw Damn, it was at Rolling Loud in Miami. I was
Tripping.
Rolling loud.
rolling loud in Miami. Had a nice little Latina piece, and
Nice.
he was doing them all for the first time. And when he did,
You know what?
Pride,
Let me hit that.
and it was like, maybe I wasn't there, and fucking
That'd be so trippy.
20,000 people at Rolling Loud are all singing it. Dude, that hit me different. That was
I like doing coke
insane.
and choking strippers.
That was it.
I can't wait to see Kendrick and dude.
In
At,
another life.
I'm gonna be able to breathe the same air as SZA.
at the Palace, dude. When he did Humble for the first time, he wasn't able to finish it.
Yeah.
Like the audience was so loud, he just stopped and then he let us rap the whole song, and then he started the song. That was
Matt
how lit
K
that was.
754. Well, Mad City has some words a big part of the population don't want to say. I know when you guys are in private, you're singing the fuck out. How do you not?
I say Ethan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you slide.
Man, no. Where you from, Ethan?
Like when you're in private, you.
No.
I mean, you guys are not gonna say on air, but like
Yeah.
I know you motherfuckers singing the word in private.
Hey,
Everybody
wait,
like in their fucking shower, like skipping like mop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ma, Ethan.
yeah, it's coming out. So don't give me that, Matt. You guys are saying it in private.
Before we get off though, before we get to the
Say in
jerseys,
traffic.
Not with the windows
cut
down.
me off.
Yeah, Nick's rolled his window up.
Man down. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say, Chris?
Before we get like to Cade real quick, I mean we just gotta show this because I think this adds context to the Goonie. Like I saw the picture and that made it even more. Now that I know what Goonie is,
Zion's latest Goonies.
yeah, like
Yeah.
latest conquest. Like this is
so
is
allegedly,
like, you got
this
to
is his baby mama
This is his baby mama?
broke in the crib and whatever he was, slamming on that night.
Yeah.
They got in a fight and she stole some money.
Zion probably loved that shit.
Oh, he's probably fucking in the corner. Doing it. For sure was.
Dude, crazy.
And I guess she's pregnant too.
This guy, who's his vets? Who are his, CJ McCollum his vet?
And he's like an
You
NBA
got
like
Brandon
PA rep.
Ingram. Brandon Ingram probably too high to do anything. I feel like
Hanging out with Cody Bellinger.
I feel like Brandon Ingram's just smoking weed.
Kelly
chilling, not
Olynyk
doing
is
anything.
vet now.
He needs a vet. Somebody get this guy a vet that is gonna stop
Kelly
him.
Olynyk is vet now.
Who?
Kelly Olynyk is vet
Kelly
now.
Olynyk is vet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram's with the Raptors now. But his
No,
his
he's on the Pelicans.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram still?
Brandon Ingram's with
No,
the Raptors. Yeah.
Kelly is.
Yeah, he
Oh
said
yeah, no, I
Brandon
said
Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
Oh yeah. Ingram's on the Raptors.
Yeah,
what he said.
I don't know, man. He's I don't want to say he's a lost cause. It's just
Zion.
yeah, he is who he is.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
He needs somebody to help him.
When healthy, he balls though.
He does. He's
It's crazy.
He's unstoppable. But
Where are they at? Are they in the playoffs?
no, I don't think so. I think they might be in the play-in.
Pelicans? No.
Yeah.
Not
What do
a
you think
chance.
of the
They're one of
Rockets
the worst
at
teams in the
Tuesday?
league.
Oh yeah, they've
one of the
had
worst
Trey
teams in the
Murphy
league.
and DeJounte Murray tore his ACL,
Tore his
leg or
Achilles.
something, or tore his Achilles, and Murphy
Herb
and
Jones.
Herb Jones both got hurt.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, they're second to last.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're
That's-
bottom of the West.
That's
They
crazy.
had all three of their best players, other than Zion, get hurt. This is the only year Zion's been healthy, and everybody else on his team got hurt.
That's
How's this
gotta
dude
suck
LeBron?
to the
Dude,
world
that's
fan.
like
That's gotta be
how
a punch.
pissed would you be if you were a fucking Pelicans fan and I told you Zion Williamson's gonna play upwards of 60 games this year,
And everybody else doesn't.
and you'd be like, "Let's fucking go!" You get to game 60, and Herb Jones, DeJounte Murray, and Trey Murphy are all out for the season.
And Ingram never played and then got traded.
That is just a night. Yeah, and Ingram got traded midway through the season without playing a game for you.
With Zion, do you think
That
it's like
must be a nightmare, dude. That's worse than what the Lions dealt with. The only thing is the Lions had expectations. The Pelicans really didn't.
yeah? You think with Zion, it's the weight?
Yeah, it's the
Like,
way.
just, like, that
People
much
aren't
torque?
supposed to be that big and be able to jump that high. He
Yeah.
puts so much
Your bones aren't
tension
built to
on his
fucking-
joints, dude. His knees and his ankles.
Remember he
Like,
ripped the shoe?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
he's
just jumping out of it. That's
so
insane.
such a like people aren't supposed to be that big.
No.
Your joints can't handle it.
They're
That's
supposed
why
to be
big guys
explosive
always get
off
hurt.
of it, yeah. Yeah, no, it's
When you're 300 pounds jumping 45 inches in the air, like
landing. Yeah,
yeah,
Your knee's like, oh fuck! Every
yeah,
time.
dude, that shit's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not mad at him though either. I can't.
Zion's been the same size since he's been in high school.
It's crazy.
And that's the craziest part. He was 15 years old, 6'8", 260 pounds.
Gooning at Duke.
Gooning that dude. Getting gooned by Kenny Goins. Shout out.
Yeah.
His rise was like, I guess one of the most documented ones. I feel like, and he hasn't lived up to it at all.
He was, I don't know. He was the first like super viral high school.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
on like social media.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's always been hoop mixtapes and like look them up and find the stars, but
Yeah.
like Instagram reels, stuff
Pop.
like that. It was
Everywhere.
Zion. Zion
Yeah.
was really the first one.
dunking on everybody.
Like obviously Austin Rivers, probably the best hoop mixtape of all time. John Wall has
John
one of
Wall's
the best hoop mixtapes
Probably
of
the
all
go-to
time.
one.
Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings has a fantastic one.
Who-
D'Angelo Russell has a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
But Zion was on Instagram Reels dunking on 5'6", 120-pound white
I
kids
could
doing
have
windmills
swore he
for their
called the
free
coach
throw
out
line.
there one time and just dunked on the whole team. Yeah. All at once.
Dude.
Nick, is there like a culture like that for baseball? Like I know you watch a lot of the prospects. You watch high school guys.
I just watched the guys that the Tigers could possibly draft. Like I knew who Bryce Rayner was last year and Connor Griffin because Scott Harris has, been prone to draft high school prospects, and those were the guys in that range. So I looked at like their scouting reports, highlights, but not really like that. I mean, I knew who Jackson Holiday was.
Yeah.
He has a brother, Ethan Holiday, that's like the same exact thing, 1-1, but more power.
Yeah.
So he's probably going first overall this year, but it's not like that crazy highlight tape because
He's got
it's
8 home
basketball.
runs already.
What up?
The youngest Holiday's got 8 home runs already.
Ethan
Yeah.
in high school?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
Was
crazy.
Ryan talking about it?
Well, me, Brady, and Ryan
Yeah.
got a little group chat.
Insane stuff.
Yeah, he's
But basketball is like the one where you could have those highlight plays. Like
Basketball
compared
is
to like
super
baseball.
viral.
Like
Yeah.
I've watched Cade Cunningham's high school highlights like 20 times because I was hoping the Pistons were so bad. I was like,
I
get this
prayed
guy,
for
get
Cade
this
Cunningham.
guy,
Clark,
get
Max
this
Clark
guy.
was pretty big in high school. Like he had
True,
he
yeah.
had
Yeah.
a pretty big following. He was making
He's
some
got
good-
aura.
He was making some pretty good money. He'd been rocking the Cuban links since high school. Like
Yeah, Max Clark's the man.
Max Clark's a dog. I couldn't be more in on a prospect than I am with Max Clark. I fucking love that kid, dude. He's
Yeah,
gonna
for
be
me
so
it's
good.
basketball highlights, football, and everything else. Hockey's kind of probably third now.
Hockey highlights are
Hockey
dope,
probably,
but it's
dope.
hard to get like HD hockey highlights sometimes.
Yeah, it's
I feel like
super-
soccer highlights would be nice
the
too.
most insane hockey highlights.
Yeah.
Pavel Datsyuk.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like he's dribbling a basketball.
He's my favorite
It's
Detroit.
insane.
My favorite Detroit sports athlete of all time.
Now, I really wish I was old enough and I enjoyed the sport more back in the day.
Fedorov?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah,
Fedorov was even better.
that's what they say.
Oh, absolutely. Fedorov is arguably the greatest Red Wing of all. He's the most talented Red Wing of all time for sure.
Yeah. Who'd be
He
number
won
two?
He won like a Norris.
Yeah.
Like he played defense for a year and won a Norris.
That's crazy.
he was
That's insane.
dude. He was insane. But yeah, I wish I could have watched him too. That
Dude, a time machine at the Joe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
Olympia. And dude,
Those were the times.
sucks. Now the Red Wings are where they are. We're gonna get into that coming up next.
Yeah.
There's a good segue. Reliving the past.
Good segue for bad.
This team could use a fucking Pavel Datsyuk
Bad team.
or a Sergei Fedorov, two of probably the best defensive forwards in the history of the Detroit Red Wings. That's something they're severely lacking. We're going to get into that, but first tell us about Mark White.
Mark White. Mark White gonna change your life. Mark White gonna do you right. Give him a call today, 248-290-8242. Visit markwhitesells.com. He can find your dream
never
home
won a Norris.
and help you save $5,000 on the closing costs. Said home. Just dial him up, 248-290-8242. Visit markwhitesells.com.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody can get a full body workout today. It was chest day. Already knocked it out over lunch. You can do it that easy too because there's a Planet Fitness nearby no matter where you are. Over 50 in Metro Detroit. Just $15 a month to get access to one near you. You can get the black card and get all of them. Planet Fitness, join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Bonjour and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights.
I was saying, baddies were out of Planet Fitness today. I might have to go during lunch more often.
Yeah, what made you go to lunch?
I'm
Whenever you
streaming
wanna do
tonight.
something.
Streaming long tonight.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, Spemo Rax on Twitch. I'm gonna get on at like 8:30 tonight and stream for a while. So
Shout out. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Nick. We are the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodsports.com. Do us the biggest favor in the world and smash that like button. Be a friend and tell a friend. The Red Wings, we teased it yesterday. Yeah, you had to watch.
Yeah.
Because the opportunity was there. I know it was like
there.
4.6% or whatever the hell it was to make the playoffs and that's a wild card spot, and they let us down. But
That's a
in the
little
most
Chris.
weird, frustrating way, they were winning the first period by it was like 33 shots to 12.
yeah,
How? Like what happened? I know actually JT's wide open,
yeah,
damn near empty net.
You
absolutely. Not damn near. It was an empty net.
Does that happen? What the fuck was
It
that?
happens if you're not good at hockey. Like that was. You can't do that. You can't. And it didn't hit the stick. Like it wasn't tipped. He just sailed it. And Yeah, that's inexcusable. You can't do that as an NHL player. He will tell you that same exact thing. I'm not here to harp on him. Like, that was terrible.
Disgusting.
That was disgusting.
It was disgusting.
And so I don't want to kill him for it because he's probably killing himself just
It
as
looked like
possible.
beat-up was like fucking a bartender pressed a button and
Yeah,
sprinkler-
yeah.
like,
That's literally what it was. They got beat up.
it was weird.
Yeah, so-
Raymond had a breakaway one that 1v1. Another one just tailed.
Yeah, that sucked.
There's a lot of those.
This team, man, there are a lot of different reasons why this team did not perform. This team is not going to make the playoffs this year. I listed a lot of them. You needed Larkin and Raymond to step up in the second half. They both completely collapsed after the Four Nations. You can't have that happen. That's supposed to be the two best players on your team. Your veterans did not give you enough. The guys you brought in did not give you enough, and that's being generous. I think Steve Yzerman failed the team this year by not bringing in impact free agents. And I'm not talking about guys that are going to score you 30 goals impact. I'm talking guys that aren't going to be Justin Hall, Gustafsson, and Tarasenko. I am not saying I'm out on Steve Yzerman, nor should anybody be out on Steve Yzerman. But this year, they regressed. This is the first time that they've regressed. And you like what you saw out of Casper and out of Soderblom throughout the season, and Edvinsson and Johansson and those guys, yeah, that's good. That's the argument people make. But all the best teams, or all the best players on this team are Steve Yzerman draft picks. And that's completely true. Except for DeBrincat, which he also got.
Yeah.
But all of the worst players on this team are Steve Yzerman free agent signings.
Yes.
So it goes both ways. And if you would have gotten better players than Tarasenko and Gustafsson, like Perron and Gostisbehere, you would have been closer to the playoffs. I don't know if it gets you in, but it gives you a better chance because those guys were objectively bad. Petrie and Justin Hall are objectively bad players, and you cannot have that while you're trying to develop. I know they're there, so I'm not freaking out because this is the first year, like I said, that they stalled. They're at the hump right now. Now it's how do you get over the hump? Because last year you were right there. You were ready to make the playoffs. You missed it by 1 point. This year, boom, you're missing the playoffs close to the end of the season. You're right there. You're not rising anymore. You're flatlining. You need to restart it and do something better next year, and we're going to see. Something has to happen.
Yeah, obviously you got the young guys coming up. It's going to help you a ton, but I guess the pro personnel part of it is like where's your faith in that happening?
I don't know because the stuff that Terry talked about with Stamkos.
Yeah.
Stamkos would have been a hell of a lot better than Tarasenko, like not even a question. So if he actually wanted it and was trying to get Stamkos and was about to get Stamkos but couldn't, that's a big one. We obviously know he was trying to get Trouba and that got X'd because of the wife situation and things like that. Trouba would have been obviously much better than Gustafsson, so those would have made you better. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to do right now. Because I liked Perron. I liked Gostisbehere. Those were good signings. I like Sherratt if he's on your third pairing. That's a fine signing. But Petrie, Hall, and Tarasenko are all terrible. Mott, not good. Comfer, not good.
Yeah.
Alex Lyon, not good. Like, the hit rate is leaning towards bad more than good. So
by far.
I need him to make better moves, and hopefully that's this season. But number one, if you are serious about making the playoffs next year, if you are serious about this team being better, Justin Hall cannot be on it. He cannot be in the organization. He cannot be in Grand Rapids. He cannot be here next year if you are serious about making the playoffs or being a contender.
Nick?
Last night, it was just the epitome of being a Red Wings fan right now. It's the 9th straight season that the Red Wings have missed the playoffs, and they used to be a one-time proud franchise. And Steve Yzerman, like, people have to stop looking at Steve Yzerman as the, Hall of Fame, one of the greatest skaters of all time for the Detroit Red Wings. You have to look at Steve Yzerman as, a new face GM that has not gotten you to the playoffs. The Steve Yzerman that barely missed the playoffs last season by a point, And they didn't just stall Spencer. They took a step back.
Yeah.
And it was a major step back in my eyes because
that's aggressive.
There were some ups and downs throughout the season, but the biggest thing was the biggest step back to me in this stretch that they went on, Dylan Larkin and Lucas Raymond.
Yeah.
Those two, your superstars, those guys that need to play like superstars, disappeared. In the last 26 games of the season, Larkin had 7 goals. In the last 26 games of the season, Lucas Raymond, 6 goals. That's why I think it is a massive step back, because you're two guys that are supposed to be great, that you're supposed to be able to rely on when you're in a tough stretch, when you're in a tough spot, didn't come through for you. So then it makes me look in the mirror and hopefully them, what are our best players here?
Yeah.
Are these truly the building blocks that we think that they are? Or do we need to get different leaders of this team moving forward in here that aren't here right now, that might cost a $12 million via trade or in free agency, a Mitch Marner? I have no idea. You have to make some serious changes to this organization, because 10 years missing the playoffs? I mean, 9's not acceptable in my eyes. I'm not calling for Steve's head. He just has to look himself in the mirror and make some drastic changes. And I'm not even picking apart his pro scouting at this point. It's trash. Yeah. It's garbage.
What drastic change? You want to move on from Larkin and Raymond? You want to get those are the, because you didn't say.
I would take a look in the mirror on Larkin straight up and see where his value is. If you can upgrade your 1C, I would take a strong, hard look in the mirror and see what that going price is like right now. If you can get, a player in. I don't want picks at all.
Yeah.
I'm tired of. I think our prospect pool is great. I like our prospects a lot, but they need to start getting creative, because obviously the core here, it's stalling out at the pro level. Like, that's where I'm at with that. And I'm not saying ship Larkin out for fucking a bag of bricks. I'm saying if you can make a trade that works out, I would look in the mirror for it. Like, you have to start getting creative.
If it's available, or would you go pursue it?
I would ask around. I don't know. I think there's one constant here the last 3 seasons. It's Larkin being your captain. Right? Like, and we fell apart 3 years in a row. And it's tough to put everything on a captain, but when you wear that C, you're going to get the responsibility for a lot of it.
Absolutely.
Is there anyone expected to be available?
Mitch Marner is the name.
The biggest name in free agency is Mitch Marner.
Yeah, he's going to be a free agent. He's going to command $14 million a year at least.
Do we have it?
Yes, I believe so.
I think they can. They can make it work. I don't know if they're going to – if they go after Mitch Marner, if they get Mitch Marner, I would cream in my pants. He would be the most talented player in
forever.
Detroit since Pavel Datsyuk or Nick Lidstrom. Like, if you got Mitch Marner, obviously, if not including prime Patrick Kane now. But see, I want to be the guy, Nick, that's gonna fight you right now, and that's gonna be like, no, fuck you. Dylan Larkin's the man. He's been here forever. He's a captain. He's a Michigan native. He should be here. I can't argue it. Like, it's you need more from him. Absolutely. You need more from Lucas Raymond. Absolutely. And now it's 3 years in a row that it hasn't been them specifically choking 3 years in a row like those two, but because Lucas Raymond was lights out at the end of the year last year. But that's where superstars are birthed, is what you do in the second half of the year when you're trying to get to the playoffs, you're trying to beat these better teams, you have a much harder schedule. Go out there and be the guys you're expected to be. And after the Four Nations, they both kind of fell apart. And I hate it, because I love both of those guys and I want them to be here forever, but that is something you have to look at. And I don't think it's going to happen. I would be extremely surprised if it happened. And obviously, like I said, we know that the farm system is there, and we're all super excited for these guys that are coming up. And Kasper and Soderblom looked really good this year too. But can you see any of those guys that we mentioned or we have on the team right now being a top 5 player, top 10 player in the NHL? And I can't, really. I can't. And I know maybe ASP.
Okay.
Maybe ASP, but the upper, I know there's not a lot of teams have these guys, And the upper echelon forwards don't just fall off trees, but if you're not going to have entire team depth, which is, I guess, what they're building for, to kind of have a Carolina run or something like that, you have to get the upper echelon guy. And if Mitch Marner's there and you can pull the trigger on Mitch Marner, you absolutely do that. But I don't expect it to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're trying to look like Carolina. They're trying to look like Tampa Bay did and hope a couple of these guys take – hope Evanson's that Hedman. Hope Casper's the Stamkos. Hope these guys take steps because they are still young.
Did Tampa have any big signings, though?
Not
Tampa
really.
already
they already had Hedman and Stamkos.
Before Stevie got there. Like, I am tired of
Stevie got him Kucherov and Braden Point and Vasilevsky. But
yeah, those are three massive pieces. But they had two of the best players in the NHL before.
Yeah.
The Red Wings did not have that.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Dylan Larkin's the only
like
remainer. And, well, now with Mrazek coming back, he's there too. But
It's kind of crazy.
and I'm not saying by any means, I don't want this to be taken out of context. I want to ship off Dylan Larkin right now for like nothing. Like,
clip it. You just said it. Clip it. Clip it.
I'm saying wholeheartedly, I believe Dylan Larkin can't be the best player, your best player on a cup team. I don't think he can be the one center. If you can move him to the 2C, get Mitch Marner, make the money work, call up the prospects, I'm all for it. If you have to cut people to be able to afford Marner and move, you know,
some cuttable guys too.
I mean, Marner plays the wing, so it's tough there, but I'm bringing up a lot of the young prospects, and I'm getting an actual superstar in here. That's what I'm doing.
I don't hate
So
it.
you can't argue it. That is definitely something that would make the team better. And
I'd probably keep Dylan just because you're close, just missing the piece.
that's what the question for the past 3 years, or even more than that, has been: can Dylan Larkin be a 1C? And if you're still asking the question after
It's answered.
4 years, you might have your answer.
Yeah.
And I think they're looking for team depth, and they're like, Mazer is going to be a good addition. If Danielson could be here, if ASP is here next year, that's good depth and better pieces, but you still don't have that upper echelon talent.
Let's go to break. We gotta pay some bills. We'll revisit this by Feist. Tell us about that merch.
First, let me tell you about that merch. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch. We got hoodies, tees, hats, all that. All teams, all seasons. You see the Red Wings and the Tigers merch right there. But we got Pistons and Lions merch too. So make sure you are tapping in for the best Detroit sports swag with Woodward Sports.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet of Novi, Detroit's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 6 consecutive years. Get a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew for just $199 a month. And you can also get a 2025 Chevy Equinox for only $249 a month. Come see George Hawes and his team at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi today.
Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend. I'm Eazy, Spin More Racks, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Kind of want to put a ball on that one unless you guys want to keep talking about it. I'm with you. I don't necessarily think you have to get rid of Larkin to do so, but you just need to grab a guy at some point to take the next step. You had the money last year. Tarasenko obviously was a bad signing. You just made the wrong choices.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't say that it's one thing. I mean, I ultimately blame Steve Yzerman for them not making the playoffs because he didn't get them good enough talent.
Yeah. And you were right there last year, too.
Yeah, you were right there last year, and you lost guys that were better than the guys you brought. Perron and Gustafsson were better than Tarasenko and Gustafsson. And I think that is a huge reason. Larkin and Raymond falling apart is a huge reason. Lalonde being here too long is a huge reason, which also falls on Yzerman.
I don't kill him for that one, though, because I feel like he was getting the actual coaching staff in place.
Yeah, well, yeah, that one, I mean, you weren't going to fire him after how last year ended, but after, like, the first month or two of the season, you could have.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious that the locker room gave up on him. What was the other one? The penalty kill. You want to look at one reason why they lost is the penalty kill being one of the worst in the history of the NHL.
69%.
Yeah, it was just a bad season, man. The only bright spots of this season for me, Alex DeBrincat, congratulations to you. I cannot ask any more out of you than you gave us this year, Alex DeBrincat. You did everything that you could to make this team a winner. You were the most impressive player on this team all season by far. Patrick Kane, same to him. What we needed out of him, what we expected to get out of him, we got out of him. I think Seider had a good year. Casper had a fantastic rookie season.
Yeah.
Johansson, Eljo had a good year.
Do you think we see Kosa next year?
I don't know. At some point, yes. To start the season, I don't know.
Who?
Kosa.
We freaking better. I mean, what are we doing here? Are we just going to keep...
I think Kosa and Talbot, that'd be a nice-ass pairing to have.
We traded for Mrazek. He's on the books.
He's under contract, too.
Yeah. We better see Kosa, but what...
I think Talbot... If Talbot played like he's been playing the past 2 weeks all year, we would be in the playoffs. Easy. But you can't expect that out of him. He's an old turd. I say that lovingly. He's an old guy. He's his better years are behind him. But the defense didn't help him at all. Trying to use Philly Husso. Did we use Philly Husso this year? I can't even fucking remember, dude.
9 games. Yeah.
9 games of Philly Husso.
And I know hockey's
can't have that.
I know hockey's different.
That's probably Steve Yzerman's worst signing.
Husso?
Philly Husso. It's him or Justin Hall.
It's Hall, dude.
I don't know. Philly Husso.
Husso was good at the start. Like, he was at least
last year.
An NHL
That's fair.
Yeah.
Goaltender at the start of the contract. Hall has been the worst player on the ice every time he takes the ice. And Petrie's up there, too. I'm not going to lie. But I want to ask a question to you after you, Chris.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, what is given the situation the team is in, what is a fair expectation to place on this team next year? Is it fair to put a playoff expectation on it, or what expectation do we put on this team next year?
Yeah, you have to put expectation. You have to put playoff expectations on them. There's
no excuse not to.
They need to be a playoff team next year. Like, I understand. I'm a fan of the whole. It's not just. You don't sell out just to make the playoffs. You don't get an Alfredson or a Modano or a Franz Nielsen or all of those guys that Kenny Holland was getting just to make the playoffs. You don't do that. Don't mortgage your future. But it's time to get return on your investment because a lot of your investment is here and are the key parts of this team. And especially next year when you expect Kosa and probably ASP and probably Danielson to be on this team, you better make the playoffs. At some point, it's like, yeah, we know it takes a while. I know it takes a while. I like what I'm seeing out of the young guys. But you got to get over the hump. Like I said, right now, you're a borderline playoff team. That is where you're stuck at for the past 2 years.
And you
need to get over that hump. You need to make the playoffs. You need to push through.
And the argument's always, like you said, too, like the long-term goal, the championship. If they did sign Mitch Marner, is that a championship move?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Mitch Marner is not –
along with the pieces around.
Yeah, he is not an Alfredson sign. He is one of the best players in the league right now.
Yeah.
In his prime. And you would bring him in here and he would be the best player on your team.
Given the surrounding cast.
Yes.
Contender.
That would be a Stanley Cup move.
Yeah.
Like that would be a move to put you into the upper echelon of the NHL.
I think you got to do something like that, especially because Patty Kane coming
obviously
back.
Everybody wanted Rantanen. They're thinking that was never going to happen. Obviously, now that it comes out that he basically chose, like, this is where I'm going, this is who I'm going to sign with, this is who you're trading me to.
George Ribbo says Comfort not a bad signing. He's a top 9 forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of 3Cs on this team.
Yeah, right.
Confer, Cop, all these
I mean, Confer. I'm ready to say that was a bad signing. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be your 2. He could be a fucking 4C in my eyes.
He's not
Jesus
terrible.
Christ.
He's not like objectively bad.
But
like
he's
Gustafson
not
or Hall.
good.
He's not good.
Yeah.
Same with. I thought Mott was playing.
Cop.
Excuse me. I thought Cop was playing very well before he got hurt. I was happy with the way Cop was playing.
Yeah.
But then he got hurt, and that
part of the game. Everyone,
us
it's
up.
hockey. Like, people are gonna get hurt. Like, you have to be better than that. And just looking around Detroit right now, and there's a lot of things going on. All of these teams start at the bottom. I don't want to hear I know it's hockey. You got to build the thing, and I know the cupboard was bare.
Yeah.
The Tigers
are very
were
similar,
the
yeah.
absolute garbage of garbage.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs last
And
year,
maybe
and they look good right now. The Lions. I mean, does it have to be said what Patricia did to this team?
It's way different.
And then
can't compare it to.
Well, I'm
NFL.
just gonna tell you about the turnarounds in this town. Because the Lions were complete ass. They
You
made
cannot
the
compare
playoffs,
the
legit
NHL to an
contenders.
NFL turnaround, though.
The Pistons,
Or the
worst,
NBA.
the worst team in the league, maybe in NBA history last season, had a turnaround. And hockey, when your team almost made the playoffs last season, you take a step back because of the moves that you made. That this team took a step back, not a step forward. I know he had to start over, and he had to regroup, and he had to do everything, but there's moves that he made along the way that have held this team back, and that's the bottom line.
Nick, you can't compare NHL to NBA and NFL, right?
Do you agree with the fact that he has made a lot of bad moves along the way at the pro level that have held this team back?
I've said that's what I've been saying for 30 minutes.
For sure.
I'm fucking pissed.
It's good, dude.
Why does he continue to get excuses?
I will say this: a lot of 1-1.
What are the excuses? I've said
Tigers.
all I've said this show
not by you. The
is
whole
that
entire
it's
chat.
his fault because they lost.
The whole chat.
I don't think the chat's there either.
The chat. Maybe if they don't make it next year. If they don't make it next year, then I'll actually be mad at Stevie.
I wish Sean was on today to get his because he called it. He had the expectation of not making the playoff. Did he want to make the playoff? Was he watching and cheering for it? Absolutely. But before the season started, I'll never forget, everyone else was gun-ho playoffs, and he was like, yeah, it might be another year. I don't know where he's at right now in terms of
He is probably celebrating the Canadians making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
That is probably
he
where
is
Sean's
Habs, man. Or he knows Habs, man. At least. Never been in the same room.
He's definitely,
But
he knows Habs, man.
Yeah. They're friends.
They've been in the same room before. You didn't see the video last night?
No.
Yeah, they're talking to each other, sitting right next to each other.
Video.
Go look at Sean's Facebook.
Oh, yeah. I will during the break.
Yeah, Habs man's a crazy person.
He is a crazy person. Congrats to Habs man, though.
Yeah. Fuck you, Habs man.
Tell us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's haircuts for men. Walk-ins always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax. Get an amazing haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather, neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that good stuff. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. Walk-ins always welcome. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The bats are hot.
Sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game performing at your best. For more information, visit him at michigansportsandspine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy. I spin my Rax.
Hello.
Chris Nicholas Koloff. Yesterday, we had a special guest on. His name was Russell Brown.
Russell Brown.
And
in Scott Bischoff.
We had two special guests.
Two of them.
For one brought an extremely hot take. Scorching, if you will.
Scorching.
Absolute mental.
Absolute mental, bro.
Russell Brown suggested if the Detroit Lions are truly going BPA, that they can land, and he would be happy with Luther Burden III.
Luther Vandross in the first round.
R.I.P.
Definitely starts party off right.
He's a slot guy.
Top tier Goonin music.
He Luther Burden, I think he's phenomenal. I think he's a really good player. I think he projects to be a lighter version of Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's only because Amon-Ra St. Brown's an all-pro. So I'm not going to call this kid an all-pro. But he's a slot guy.
Yeah.
We have an all-pro guy at the
You got the best slot in the game.
Where would you really be if that happened? What do you think of Russ? I don't want to just, I was letting him spit.
Yeah.
Because he had his reasonings.
And he said that if he's truly going BPA, that's what it would be. That's speaking to how much Russ likes Luther Burden as a player, more than it is he thinks that Brad Holmes is going to get him. I would crash out. I would. Yeah.
I'm cool with receiver, but
but a
not
slot
receiver. Yeah. Like you
if T-Mac falls to you,
let's go.
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But a slot receiver, I would crash out.
What the
I don't think it's going to happen, though.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either.
But I understand what Russ was saying. He is very high on Luther Burden.
Yeah.
And he thinks that he would probably be the best player available for the Lions there. If Brad Holmes truly going full BPA, like you say, hey, if you're BPA, Brad, make the pick. Make the pick, Brad.
Yeah.
Luther Burden.
Where did you delve deep into the receiver class? No, we're not draft.
No, not really. I mean, I know the top. Yeah. I know the first round guys, but that's about it.
No, I'm only.
I like Nick Nash.
Yeah.
I like the kid out of
Higgins,
out of Colorado, the big kid. What's his name? Will Shepard. I like Will Shepard. These are later round guys that I've had. Because when I pick a wide receiver for the Lions in my mock draft, it's normally like 5th, 6th round.
Yeah.
And I think Nick Nash, if you want Luther Burden, you get Nick Nash in the 4th, 5th round. I mean, I'm just saying. But
yeah. I don't know where I'm at with
Nash is a Lion, all grit, says Danny G. I would love that. He's Triple Crown.
Lion. That's another mini Amon-Ra.
He's bigger though.
Yeah.
A little bigger. So, but he plays like Amon-Ra for sure. And that would I'd be fine with it if it's the 6th round Nick Nash, not if it's 1st round Luther Burden.
I already know Nick would be crashing out.
Nick would crash out.
Nick would be fucking breaking
when he
shit.
said that yesterday, it took everything out of me to not
clown him or
get on this microphone and say, "What the a straight flannel drop?" Yeah, I would be. Phones would break, TVs would break. I would probably lose my job. I would be crashing out, to say the least. That's not happening. We are going defensive line.
Yeah.
And I know what he said. Any guy that you get in the 1st round is going to be better than 90% of the players on this defensive line.
Easy. The more I think about it, the more I sit here and look at what they're doing, who they're talking to, what they're saying, I'm with you. I think he's going to trade back. I think he's going to trade back into the 2nd round and get a couple guys because Josiah Stewart, they met with 40 times.
Yeah.
Nick Scorton, he's a 2nd round guy. All these 2nd round guys that they're meeting with. I mean, Nick Scorton borderline 2nd round, but trade back target.
But
they've only met with guys in the 1st round that in their top 30 visits are Gray Zabel and Shamar Stewart.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking right now. Top 30 visits: running back Land Larson, receiver Isaac Tesla. Gray Zabel would have 1st round grade. Shamar Stewart with the 1st round grade. Josiah Stewart, Q Robinson, Chaz Chambliss. I don't know if I'm saying that one right. Ruben Hippolyte. These are crazy names now. We're getting crazy.
Like, they haven't met with
Maxwell
Yzerman.
Harrison may have a first-round grade. That's only
now,
3 guys, though.
Now, if they bust out some top 30 visits and it's Azaraku and
Right.
Mike Green and Mikal Williams and stuff like that, that'll be like, all right. But if they go meet if they go meet Jared Ivey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, all right, they're trading back.
Yeah.
It's either way, it makes sense.
The writing's on the wall, man. You just look at like the type of contracts we got to shell out. And I don't need to say the names. Everybody knows them by now. I think the ones we're kind of forgetting about, though, are even like the Jack Campbells, the Jameer Gibbs coming as well.
Yeah.
But we need rookie deals. And to be honest with you, a second-round rookie deal is cheaper than a first-round rookie deal. So if I have 2 of those at the price of 1 first-rounder, and oh, by the way, they're still in that same talent pool. We talked about it yesterday. This draft class, at least I don't know if it was on here or if I was on Dos Dion later, but like this draft class, there's probably 3 to 4 like stars. Guys gonna be like studs.
Yeah.
But obviously things happen. You miss some draft picks and guys, diamonds in the rough, whatever. The rest, they're all kinds of starters, and that it spans out into that second round.
Mm-hmm.
So why, if you're grabbing a starter at the end of the day, why not go take a swing at 2 of them?
Especially, dude,
a cheaper deal.
Could you imagine if, say, Kenneth Grant, if this shit is true,
It's not. It is absolutely
if all of these projections are actually coming to fruition on draft night, and Kenneth Grant falls into the second round, Brad Holmes trades back, gets Kenneth Grant and Nick Scorton, Kenneth Grant and Nick Scorton in the second round.
Yeah,
that immediately makes your defensive line so much better. And DJ Reader, 1 year left on his deal. Broderick Martin, 1 year left on his deal. Pascal, Al-Quadin Muhammad, and Marcus Davenport, all 1 year left on their deal. And then boom, you got your nose tackle and your guy next to Hutch for the future.
His build as well. People have been kind of saying like, "What's up with the gas tank? Can we count on him to be on there like 3 downs?" So you don't have to do that if you have DJ Reed this year.
No.
And you have worries about his pass rush. Well, he could work into that alongside DJ Reader, who I thought took a step up in his pass rush last year. We signed him as a run defender. He ended up with 3-4 sacks, which I believe like his career high in terms of like just a season number, and that's with him missing a few games. But yeah, if someone like that start to slide, and you're getting a feel of what's going on like in the draft in terms of like, hey, he still might be there in the second or third pick in that second, absolutely trade back. And the logic is all there. And again, like you said,
I'm starting to buy into it.
We went over the
I
names.
really am.
They're visiting. None of them are first-round talents.
No.
Yeah,
Except for Gray Zabel and Shamar Stewart.
Yeah.
Didn't Russ say he only had 14 graded first-round prospects?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very deep draft, but it's also very top-heavy for premier-level talent.
Now, how you feel about that pizza bet, Nick?
Safety bet, pizza bet?
What was it?
No, the second round, trading back.
I feel great. I think this is all smokescreen. I think we're trading up in the first,
does
and
this
we're
regime
trading
do
up in
smoke
the second.
screens?
5 pizzas.
Does Brad Holmes do smoke screens?
Look at the guys we've met with.
I don't think Brad Holmes does smoke screens, Nick. He's just better than everybody else.
Fellas, what have we learned about Brad Holmes?
He likes to move up and he likes to move down.
He likes to double up.
What do you do the last time you had a late first rounder?
Trade it up.
Trade it up for a position of need. We need a guy, a dude, a dog on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. Well, how have our second round defensive linemen turned out, fellas? Josh Paschal and Levi.
Not great.
Not great, Bob. Not great. We're going up. We're getting our guy, and it's going to be Azaraku, and he's going to get 10
How about
sacks
Lee
his
McNeil,
rookie
Kirby
year.
Joseph, though?
Yeah.
Third round picks.
Third round, great. Yeah.
How about Brian Branch, Sam Laporta, and
yeah.
But those D linemen, Pascal and Levi.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I kind of want him to now.
I kind of do too.
Now you mentioned Brian Branch
and Sam Laporta. If you could trade back in the second round and get Brian Branch and Sam Laporta caliber players, I'm at.
The only reason I'm not is if Mikal Williams and Shamar are within striking distance.
Okay, so that was going to be my question: is who is the guys you think Brad Holmes would realistically trade up for?
Those two.
Those two. That's it.
If Shamar Stewart and Mikal Williams go in the top 15, he's probably trading back.
Yeah. Super Bowl Cartier, Starks, you're a Lion. Might be a little pissed off about that one, to be honest.
Malachi Starks?
Yeah. He's like a.
I would be surprised.
He's a nickel. He's really a nickelback, in my opinion. Like.
Look at this
Short
photograph.
Like a slot guy, a lesser version of than Brian Branch. And I guess if you're, I don't know what's gonna happen with Brian Branch. Maybe that's a tough conversation I have with myself. But like, maybe preparing for the future with that pick, but I would not be happy with Malachi Starks. Yeah, no.
Bill Cartier says, I bet they love Shamar. I do too.
For sure they do.
He had a perfect RAS score. That's Brad salivating over that.
Anyone who's got shit to say about
Has
Shamar,
he been
I feel
hurt?
like the Brad visit validates anything I've ever had to say. And that's Brad Holmes, who's pretty fucking good at evaluating guys as well.
Rich Baldwin says, trade for Hendrickson. 0% chance.
Yeah, no, because that comes with a new contract.
Comes
and
with $40 million a year.
literally just got done telling you guys about these contracts and how they're going to hamper a lot of stuff they want to do and they may want to do, but just can't afford to do it.
I'm driving back in black. Just got my license back. Dude, Nickelback rocks, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I'm a nickel.
You said Nickelback.
I'm a
Yeah, it was
Nickelback
like 3
guy.
minutes ago.
Yeah, I was going through their whole discography in my head right now.
No, everyone is a front. When people like make fun, it's an absolute front.
Oh, dude,
because
Nickelback.
picture back or
Have you
photograph,
Photograph.
photograph and Rockstar.
Yeah.
All you motherfuckers was singing that shit in 2000.
Far
whenever
away,
it
Dude,
came out.
banger.
yeah. So far away.
Yeah.
So far away for far too long.
Yeah,
Dude,
banger.
Nickelback rocks.
Do we all know wanna be a big rock?
Dude, bangers.
Talking about rock
Now
stars,
5.
I think he's gonna go up and get Mike Green.
He's going to get your rock star.
You're off
getting
your
Mike
rocker,
Green.
bro.
You're talking Mike Green and Ezra Aku.
Mike Green is 6'3". Guess how tall Josh Pascal is?
Mike Green is 6'3".
6'3".
How much does
6'3".
How much
Mike
does
Green
Mike
is
Green weigh?
6'3", is he?
251. Mike Green.
How much does Josh Pascal weigh?
274.
Yeah, I was going to say. Like,
23.
280.
Get some weight on him. Get some weight on him. We'll be fine.
Is Mike Green 6'3"?
Says it's
6'3".
Oh, what do you guys look at? Google or?
I just Googled it.
NFL draft
Yeah,
site.
6'3".
I'm driving
Um,
just got my license
I think you're on
back.
crack, Nick. I just
No, there's nothing
I don't think he's a bad player,
I'll never go
but
back
there's character questions.
with animals.
Beyond that, he just doesn't fit the play style. Like we never grab the faster, bendier guys.
Calling my shot.
Yeah, but it's I don't know.
It's not. He's gonna go out of the norm.
There's just no logic behind it other than
It's
like
out
he's
of
a
the
good
norm.
player.
What's your
Yeah,
favorite?
he's a good player.
What's your favorite poop rock song?
What do you mean? What's poop rock?
Like Nickelback, like that type of rock.
Probably Nickelback
My favorite is "Lips of an Angel." It's not even close.
or
My girl's in.
oh,
the
that's actually what I was
next
thinking
room.
of.
Yeah, that's a banger.
Sometimes that song is so hype, bro.
And we never really moved on. It's funny,
Funny when I hear your voice saying my name, it sounds so sweet. Coming from the lips of an angel, hearing those words, it makes me weak. And
that or
never want to say goodbye. Dude, such a banger.
what's the one they're talking about? You fuck like a rock star or porn star or something?
Paralyzer? Oh.
What is it? Sing it. What is that?
I'm no paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by it.
Oh, that's a
I
banger.
wanna
That's not
make
poop rock
you
song. That's a-
move.
that-
That's poop rock. That's what poop rock
that is not
is.
poop rock.
Yeah, it is.
That's
all.
disrespect. Paralyzed
The
is a banger.
genre.
That's
The Under the Sheets.
Oh, you're crazy, bitch, but
you fuck so good, I'm on top of it when I
dream.
I'm doing you all night. Yep.
It's a good poop rock one.
That's a good poop. Dude, poop rock. Get me on a fucking beach with a light beer in my hand. Poop rock gets people going.
Poop rock spinny.
Oh, yeah.
with the stash
Poop
too.
rock. With the stash, too, for sure. I'll
Oh,
wear the Red Wings hat so if they see it from behind, they're like, hell yeah.
Oh, dude, clean up.
oh,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see you with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about socials.
Can't even wear a red hat nowadays.
Oh, damn. Brandon Ingram to miss the rest of the season with ankle injury. Who didn't know?
Oh,
Oh,
big
man.
surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
I remember people
so,
telling me, oh,
for the
Raptors
best,
fleeced. I was like,
for the best
Work terrible.
covers of Poop Rock, tap into Woodward Sports on all social media platforms. We got YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitch. We sometimes cover Detroit sports as well. Make sure you are tapping in with the #1 Detroit sports network. That is Woodward Sports on
country's
all
command.
social media platforms.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, Why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won.
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Stand here and wait.
Yeah, you're all
I'll
liars.
hold on with the wings of the Caesars. Woodward 1000 rebates. Your first pick if it doesn't hit. All right, Woodward Sports, Caesar Sportsbook. It is a match made in heaven. Use code Woodward 1000 to get your first bet up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if it doesn't hit. Scan that QR code. Use the code word Caesar Sportsbook,
That
the
might be
official
their best song.
sportsbook of Woodward Sports. That's a banger, dude. Nickelback's got bangers.
It might be the best song.
I like Animals. Animals is the best. Listen to Animals on the way home. You're gonna be fucking. This is the one I was like, oh, just got my license back. I'm running.
I'll give it a pull.
That shit's a banger, dude.
I'll get a pull, you know? Not opposed to it at all.
He's talking about banging this dude's daughter in his truck, and then he comes out.
She of age? Nickelback? What the fuck we on? What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodSports.com. Me, John Buster, more action. Chris, Nicholas, Colo.
Platty Pods.
I might need you to sell me on Mike Green. I'm trying to make sense of it, other than like he's just like the bell of the ball type shit.
He is a good-ass defensive lineman that can help you and your defensive line sack the quarterback. On the other side, pairing that with Aiden Hutchinson, on the other side makes your whole defense better. And I think, as you saw, the Philadelphia Eagles dominate the Kansas City Chiefs as getting to the quarterback. I think that's all you need to look at. I mean, there's not too much logic here when it comes to 6'6", 6'5", 6'4", 6'3". I know it's not prototypical. He's not as big as Pascal, but he knows how to sack the quarterback. That is my whole mindset behind it. If you think I'm crazy, call me crazy, but I just got a hunch after what happened in that Super Bowl. He knows to actually win it. You need some more disruptors, and it can't just be Hutch and maybe a Lee McNeil.
And it's Mike Green that you want. Is that that's what we're talking about, right?
Yep.
Yes,
would you guys?
I mean, no. I would love Mike Green.
I'm not opposed to Mike Green. I just don't see it happening at all.
I just don't see Brad grabbing him. You're gonna have to probably trade up to get him. How high would you be willing to go if you wanted to get him?
I mean, he might go top 12, top 15.
He very well could be close to the top 10.
I've seen
He's probably
him
going to be the second edge
mocks.
rusher.
I've seen him later in mocks as well. That's why it's like if he slips to. I saw JT Olsen say if he's been projected at 15 to the Falcons. If you can get him at like 18.
Yeah, like that, like 17
18.
to 22 range. That's where I think they would trade up for somebody too. We'll see, because I'm not opposed to that either. I would love that. Trade up and get one of these difference makers to put next to Hutch for 5 years.
Yep. That's where I'm at with it.
Not animals.
But it's not Shamar Stewart, so I don't know if I can sell Eazy.
Yeah.
It's not even a Shamar Stewart thing. It's like a logical thing.
It's
like one thing they always say is like you gotta earn the right to rush the passer, which means it's like defending the run. You look at Mike Green, it's not like the first thing comes to mind. First thing comes to mind of him is getting after the quarterback. We had a guy on our team that was really fucking good at that.
Yep.
They even make the initial roster.
Yeah.
He had come through an injury and proved himself.
Than Mike Green,
and he still played sparingly. Yeah, he is smaller. I think he's like 6'2", 6 foot maybe even. But still same thing, like 250 or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, speedier, bendier guys. I just don't see it happening. I really
6'1",
don't.
250, so not that much smaller than Mike Green.
Yeah. It's just if there's and by the way, he was drafted as a linebacker.
He was drafted.
He was supposed to be the Sam, you know?
Yeah.
He just was so goddamn good at rushing the passers. Like, all right, well,
Did he do anything for? Didn't the Ravens pick him up?
Browns.
The Browns. Did he do anything for the Browns?
No, I don't think he played a game. I don't think he did. I'm gonna look it up though. Yeah, I think he's moving up for Stu, one of these old linemen, or
because you got to think if I'm a quarterback and I see James Houston in the game, I'm audibling to a run directly at James Houston every single time.
Yeah,
like every single time, no matter the down or distance. If James Houston's in the game, I'm saying audible. We're running that way.
What if it's like 3rd and 10?
I would still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't convert. Well, you're not.
Go for it. You're going to get 6 yards. You're like, go for it on 4th. Like, you're going to at least get 6 yards.
That's how the Lions play.
Yeah.
Man. Draft is like, what, 15 days away?
15.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. We've been blessed. You remember how grueling of a process this was just like 3 years ago?
And honestly, it was more fun.
I feel like this
you had
year,
sexier picks,
but we've been
sexier
doing,
options,
but
you know?
we've been doing it since fucking June.
Oh yeah, you mean that?
January?
Yeah, we started early. I think
I feel
before
like this
January.
year was longer. I feel like this year was longer just because we knew. All right, here are the only logical things you can get. Anything else out of
This is
this
not longer at all.
Is mutiny. Like I feel like that's how it's been.
I feel like
year.
there's not as much hype in it anymore. Is because like
first of all, everyone knows we're trading back.
We have such a good team.
Yeah.
We're not in the top 10 anymore, and everybody's like, okay, whatever. I think everybody has pretty much come to terms with whatever Brad does is probably going to be the right move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's something crazy that you don't like, it's probably the right move.
Well, even if you don't want to concede to it being the right move, you're at least gonna give it the time to decide whether it's gonna be the right move or not. You know, like give it a 2-year, 3-year window.
I think this is the Jahmyr Gibbs effect.
Mm-hmm. It really is. The thing is, too,
it's like, oh shit, Jahmyr Gibbs, he's gonna have top odds to be Offensive Player of the Year next year.
I didn't dislike the Jahmyr Gibbs pick. I was more surprised by it more than I disliked the Jack Campbell pick.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would even say in a redraft, I don't know if the Campbell still goes first round.
I think he'd be a first round pick. I think he would.
I think it's debatable.
I think it'd be close. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not debatable.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
But I think based off size, skill, and
you gotta think two guys entering that
athleticism.
draft or in that first round. Brian Branch would be a first round pick at that point.
Yeah, but there's a lot of guys falling out of that first round too.
Who?
We'd have to. I don't know. I'd have to look at the draft board.
Yeah, I don't think.
But
I'm
not sure everybody was a hit in that draft class.
A lot of them. Except for was that Tyree Wilson year?
Yeah, I think so.
I fucking
That's
hated
what
Tyree
2022.
Wilson. I'm so happy that was like
2023.
23, yeah.
Classic Raiders draft pick.
Yeah, awful. I remember people. No disrespect. I remember Neil wanted him, and I was like, "There's just nothing."
Didn't make sense.
You turn on the tape, he's doing literally nothing. Like, I did not get it. And number one thing for me, to be honest with you guys, is get off.
Emmanuel Forbes definitely would not be a first round pick.
Who?
Emmanuel Forbes.
Nope. Yeah, he wouldn't.
Deontay Banks wouldn't either.
He might still be a first round.
Mozzie Smith wouldn't.
No, he would not.
Anton Harrison wouldn't.
He still would be. That's a guard from.
Miles Murphy probably wouldn't.
No, Miles Murphy wouldn't.
Quentin Johnston definitely wouldn't.
Fuck no. So that's 4.
Tyree Wilson probably wouldn't.
No.
Anthony Richardson wouldn't.
Nope.
Unless it's just quarterback.
Oh yeah, swinging at a quarterback.
Will Levis would. Or I mean, not Will Levis. Sorry, Joey Porter Jr. would. Sam Laporta would. Michael Mayer. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Branch. And Jaden Reed. It's like a late first round.
Maybe Jaden Reed. Yeah. He'd be a late first rounder. Yeah. So it's debatable. It's not like I'm like, yes, he would. He's in top 10. No. But I think he's going to take a big step. An even bigger step this year. He took a big step from last year. I think he's going to be flirting with top 5 linebacker this year.
I think he's definitely in the top 10 conversation, just off production alone.
Yeah, I think he was borderline there that last year.
No, he for sure was. That was my hot take heading into the season. I said, this time that because
I
think shout out to Alex Mayer in the Woodward Sports Chat.
Shout out to Al May.
What was your guys' Spartan show?
We didn't title it.
Oh,
yeah, never got off the ground.
Spartan Dogs or something like that.
Shout out to Alex Mayer.
Shout out to Alex Mayer, OG.
Alex Mayer taught me a lot of what I know in that TD booth. It was him and
Art.
Him and Art.
I will say this though. I definitely. Brad is BPA guy. They're 100% drafting safety. And then another tell today in terms of
definitely.
He may go a little bit more needs this draft. Is they met with another edge rusher. Mm-hmm. So clearly they're not satisfied there.
Like I said, last year you could say it was BPA.
I do think he was one of the few guys first round grade. Terry on that is.
Yeah, but also
and more of a prospect than a ready to play now type guy.
You needed a corner. And it was a deep corner draft. And he went up and got a corner. I'm not going to say that's BPA, but
he went up and got.
He's with Owen Ozas.
Doubled down.
He's with Cheese Nips. You're with Cheese Nips?
No way.
Can we call him that still? He's big time now.
Owen Ozas. He's in like a news network.
Owen Ozas, big time now.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
true.
talk to little old heavyweights anymore.
I just talked to him like a month ago. I feel like.
Damn, doesn't talk to Spenny anymore.
Damn.
Chris still thinks he can dog walk you, Owen.
Just saying.
Absolutely.
But according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Detroit Lions hosted free agency defensive end DeMarcus Walker last week.
Yeah.
He played for the
Bears.
And visit with the Giants this Thursday. So tomorrow. So
obviously
they didn't
not
sign
gonna
him.
act like I know who that is.
No, I don't know who it is either.
Probably just a practice squad guy.
You know what? Let me see. If he's 6'3", 250, I'll entertain Mike Green. How about that?
That's a good. I like that. I doubt it. He's probably like 6'6", 270
big body
pounds. Probably like Al-Quadin Muhammad kind of guy.
6'4", 280.
6'4", 280. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, brother.
Mike Green's not.
They're not drafting Mike Green, brother. That's the style ball I like to play, man.
Damn. Alex Mayer said Eazy texted him, though. Spencer doesn't text him. He blocked my number. I don't think he blocked my number. I'm just trying to make an excuse.
You want to go to break, come back, talk about the chat decide. We got Cade's playoff series coming up in relation to other stars around the league. We also got a mock draft I could squeeze in there, too, that I just did this morning.
Eazy did a mock draft. Okay, Easy's mock draft
as well.
Or
Cade's playoff?
Cade's playoff, yeah.
Dude, my laptop's tripping. I can't even make the poll. That's on you,
Yes,
big
it's
dog.
Warren Sapp hacking you?
Huh?
Warren Sapp's hacking your
Warren
laptop?
Sapp's hacking my computer. How'd that start again?
Because we thought he stole your laptop.
He was on one, bro.
Because he was on one and you lost it that day. And that's funny. That was really funny. Warren Sapp stole my laptop.
I told you where it was, right?
Huh?
It's under my ex's bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
This guy. Dangerous. Let me tell you about Buddy's Pizza. Buddy's Pizza created the category of the original Detroit-style pizza and has been serving it since 1946. With 22 locations in Michigan, there's always a Buddy's near you. Buddy's is a cornerstone of the city of Detroit, being here for 79 years and is a dedicated community partner. With notable partnerships with local organizations like the Michigan Humane Society, the Salvation Army, and the Detroit Zoo. Save 10% off your entire order using promo code 10MEAL. That's promo code the number 10 MEAL. Go find a location near you at buddiespizza.com.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Jars, Cannabis Guys, they got top shelf.
They
got the top shelf quality, unmatched variety, price for the people. ShopJaws.com, @Jaws_life. They got 27 locations across the great state of Michigan, including ones coming to Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, and Milan.
Don't forget about it.
Oh,
what do you mean?
Smash the like button. Oh,
put the fucking cannolis in the box.
Oh,
dude, I love that scene when Chris
Waiting around the
shoots
donut
the
shop
dude.
forever.
Yeah, when he shoots the dude. Does
everybody get the fuck out of here?
Shop. Yeah. What does he say? Do I look like a pussy to you or something like that? That shit's so funny, dude.
That show's so like,
It was meant to be a comedy.
yeah, it's so aimless and like just shit just happening.
It's the best.
It's like life, really. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's not like.
I might have to rewatch. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Did you watch the end of Lotus?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
just
did.
started.
Did you?
I just started White Lotus.
Did you?
Yeah, but I accidentally started season 3.
I would go
Oh,
back.
you gotta stop.
Yeah, I watched the
Stop
first.
it.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Oh,
God damn it! What are you
God.
doing, dude?
You're in too deep.
It said it's a standalone story.
No, you gotta start season 1 for that one.
All right. Dario's in season 1, right?
Huh?
Yes.
Dario's in season 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prime set of tits.
And,
And I'm pretty sure you
Sydney
get to see
Sweeney.
him.
And Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's probably the 4 best titties in the world.
I was.
right there.
Remember, I texted you that night. I was like,
Yeah.
Dario and Sweeney's fuck, or maybe it was you. I was texting.
It wasn't me.
Sydney Sweeney and yeah, I mean,
You only get to see one pair.
is it Sydney Sweeney's?
Nope.
Damn. I've already seen the Dario's.
Yeah, I know.
But shout out to her 'cause she loves doing it. So
What is the best?
great
season
actress.
to you? She does.
Italy
does
was
kinda
pretty
freaky.
crazy.
She literally like the one on when she did it in True Detective. Like she suggested it.
Oh, her. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's like,
she's
my tits should be out. They're all like, okay.
Well, there's one scene where the director like refused it or something like
Yeah.
that.
What a fucking show, dude.
Yeah. Honestly.
This beautiful girl's like, hey, I should take my tits out in this scene. I'll be like, yeah, go right ahead. You should.
That's not the artistic direction
Yeah.
of the film.
It would literally be a reason to see the film, you know? I don't know why
for
you
sure.
say
That
no
definitely
to
gives a movie like an extra quarter of a star for me. If there's a nice set of tits in
Half
there.
star.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
Nick, real quick. What's your favorite
Rewatching
season of White
Sopranos,
Lotus?
Hell yeah.
Crazy. I mean, I'm not no spoilers, obviously, but like there was so much going on in that last.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, yeah. Well, relax.
No, what's your favorite season, though?
Italy was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, I think Italy's mine, too.
that
And the
season 2?
2 Italians, like they brought it all.
All right,
together.
relax.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Lucia.
I'm gonna start season
That's
1.
I thought 1 was
tonight.
pretty good too. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Start. It's good.
So I was watching Marco Polo and I finished that. That was pretty good.
I'm writing that down because I might want to watch that, too. You know what I am going to watch for absolute goddamn sure? The Detroit Pistons in the playoffs.
Next weekend.
Next weekend already.
Don't touch me, I'm
Doesn't
sizzling.
even feel real.
Kate Denny's got some nice boobs too.
This is great,
crazy
dude. This
boobs.
is
some heavies.
He's kicking
is
ass.
peak right here.
Yeah.
This playoff basketball is back in Detroit. Cade Cunningham is here. So I posed this to the group. I wanted to kind of do the research and look at stars because I've been saying for weeks, I don't know, man. Like, I'm worried about what Cade is going to look like in the playoffs when you have a whole week to game plan against him. Maybe if you're able to take away some of the shooting, what that would look like. So I ran through a lot of stars, and it's really hard to find a parallel for Cade Cunningham in terms of this moment. Like, you think of guys like Luka Doncic. His first playoff experience was his second year, and it was in the bubble. So, you know, you got to take that with a grain of salt. You have James Harden. Well, James Harden made it to the finals in OKC. His first year in Houston, I did do the research there, but by that point, he had already been to the biggest stage of all of basketball. So you have that. You have Jokic playing with Jamal Murray. I thought that was maybe kind of interesting. Cade said he wanted to be the best player. So I went through all of these guys, went through Trae Young as well. I think is probably one of the most accurate comparisons.
Yeah, that's what I was
considering
gonna say.
he's like the center of the team.
Eastern Conference.
He,
They
in
went
his
to the
first
Eastern
playoff
Conference
run,
Finals.
his third season, took the team to the Eastern Conference Finals. The thing that Spenny predicted right here
Donovan Mitchell
is going
too,
to
right?
happen.
Donovan Mitchell's first year in the playoffs, he took them.
Yeah.
Did they go to the finals too?
No,
Or the Eastern Conference-
no,
the Western
no, I
Conference
don't
Finals?
think they went to Western Conference. I think they went to second round, but I'll have to check that. But because that was one of the guys I had mentioned, but I didn't do the research. And Devin Booker was another guy as well. And honestly, the results were a little shaky because you saw Trae Young dip in his percentages. While he had good games, he also had rough games where he shot 27%, where he shot 29%. 33% in a few games. Like, he had some awful games if you look at the playoffs, but overall he was able to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals that season because things broke right for him. Philadelphia had an extreme choke job. And then you have guys like James Harden. James Harden had a severe dip in playoff percentage. He shot.
So are you worried about Cade having a fall off?
I'm worried that I don't think it's necessarily going to equate to a Cade fall off. Statistically, it can, but I don't think it's I think it's just going to be that there's going to be extra intense pressure on Cade. This is his first time in this position.
Absolutely.
So I think that that's going to decline. I don't think it's going to be Cade underperforming. I think it's going to be the defense stepping up. And again, it gets me very scared that if Beasley or Hardaway or any of these shooters, Tobias, have a cold streak, all of a sudden the geometry of that floor changes a lot.
I expect Cade to take a step forward. I expect him to be a star and to improve his game in the playoffs because I think he has good backing to do it. I think he's got J.B. Bickerstaff, who is a playoff-tested head coach. I think he's got playoff-tested veterans in Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr. and Tobias Harris that can help him get ready and prepare and make sure that he knows what he's about to walk into. And he's a guy that does not shy away from the top competition. When he is at his best is when he's playing the top competition. When you see him going against LeBron James and going against Kevin Durant and going against Anthony Edwards and playing in Madison Square Garden, that's where he's having some of his best games. He's built for this. He was made for this. He has been waiting so desperately for this. He wanted to make this playoff run. He wanted to have this team in the playoffs. I expect Cade Cunningham to up his game in the playoffs. That's why I expect the Pistons to win in the first round if they play the Knicks.
Shaq said it yesterday.
Yeah.
Albeit Shaq.
I mean, Shaq didn't know who the Pistons were, apparently.
But he knows the killer instinct. He knows like that part of a player.
That's what
he got to meet Cade face to face.
Like I understand people being upset with Shaq because he doesn't know players on teams and stuff like that and doesn't like watch the modern NBA as much. But like when people that have never played like high-level basketball in their life are like, Shaq can't be talking about this. Look at him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like,
but
he's
he's
one
of
the most dominant players in the history of the NBA. Like,
in the regular season when Anthony Richardson got benched, everyone was like, you can't do that. I'm like, yeah, you can. He's playing pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it's like
he quite clearly needs to sit down and learn the game a little bit. Be patient. I mean, you can't.
I would take Shaq's opinion on what it takes to win a playoff series over the vast majority of people.
Yeah. I think when it comes to him and his analysis is like I won't. He'll never dive deep into things, but if he sees somebody with the potential to like, be a killer,
he knows it.
He told Cade, I speak that language.
Yeah, he knows it.
Identified. Yeah. Killer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it's an alpha. That's what I need from him.
It's an alpha seeing an alpha. Like it's a guy that is a killer and that has done it before and has been around a lot of killers, some of the biggest killers of all time. When he sees somebody, he's like, yeah, that kid's gonna be him.
So just to kind of clarify my research before I toss it to you, like I saw dips in SGA, James Harden. I saw multiple dips in players' percentages, efficiencies, whatnot to several levels. Trae Young as well. The only people I really saw surges with was Luka Doncic, and that was the bubble. Devin Booker shot worse percentage but scored more points. But again, he's playing alongside Chris Paul, and he's 6 seasons deep before he reaches the
first
playoffs.
playoff series.
Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell as well. I know they both went off in their playoff debuts.
It makes sense, Chris, that like that'd be the case because given the context, instead of playing regular season, we're gonna play some shitty teams. Yeah. The playoffs you're playing all good teams.
They have a whole ton of game playing against you.
I think Cade is better insulated with like good vets and a good head coach than Trae Young was, and even Luka Doncic was when he first
I don't think it's anything like that. I just think you're playing better competition. Like your numbers aren't going to be what they were if you have a night against fucking.
And I think his numbers are going to go up.
New Orleans or something.
If the Pistons want to win a playoff series, they need him to do what stars do in the playoffs, and that's your numbers jump up a couple points. So you're averaging what's Cade at 25 right now?
I'm looking that up right now.
He's got to be at 27, 28.
He's at 25.9, so basically 26.
He's got to be around 29 points per game. Mm-hmm. And I think
assists for me as well.
And 10
that's
assists.
Not necessarily always on him.
He's at 9 assists.
So he's got to be around 10, 11 assists, and I think he's more than capable of doing that.
So my only reason I have this is because we just see it historically, not just with players, but we also see it with NBA teams as well. How many times does a team have to climb the ladder? A player has to climb the ladder in the NBA. It's a slow burn. That there's not a lot of teams that come in and at a young age reach the ultimate pinnacle of success or perform at the highest level. So to me, it looks like it's going to be a situation where I expect some Cade struggle, but that is no knock on Cade Cunningham. That's just where we are in the process. All of those players went on to overcome and become great players. SGA averaged 10 points a game in his first playoff series. And now he's looking and shot, I think, 39%. Like, he played terrible. And now look at SGA. He's averaging 30 a game in last year's postseason. So
that was when he was on the bench, wasn't it? Or was
that was the Clippers. But also in
yeah.
OKC, he had Chris Paul, and he averaged 13 or 16 a game. So he still underperformed what was his regular season. But yeah, this is just part of the NBA. Like, there's a grind to get to the top. So I'm looking at Cade Cunningham. I think he will play good. He might have some rough games here and there, but I think overall it won't be on Cade Cunningham the reason we lose a series. And I think this is no indictment on him. I think this is just a natural progression getting to the top of the mountain, which I think Cade Cunningham wants to, and I believe that he has all the capabilities of.
I'm with you. I wouldn't be surprised by that one bit. I think that's somewhat the expectation. I get where Speed's coming from with the number going up because, like, it will be all on him.
Yeah, that's the recipe to win. Like, if he does that, you win the series. If he elevates his game in the playoffs, you win the series. If he stays at his level or dips, I think that team is. I think the Pistons are losing in the first round. Because let's not forget too, the Knicks and the Pacers are two of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. Like, they are really fucking good. And the Pistons have not looked great. I think I get it. Cade was out, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, they're playing tough teams in the first round. Indiana and New York are good 3 and 4 seeds. These aren't bad teams.
And I think the Pistons aren't a bad 6th seed.
I don't think so either.
So, the New York Knicks are a good team. We beat them in their house twice. I'm not scared of the Knicks. I'd be worried about the Pacers. But... yeah, they are good teams, but so are the Pistons.
Mitchell Robinson's back for them?
I hate that argument against everybody, really. Like, oh, they're going to be playing good teams. They're a good team too. So,
well, yeah.
And like the Knicks aren't good against teams over 500 either. I know the Pistons aren't, but neither are the Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks are 13 and 23, I believe, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
And plus they got the whole situation with what's his name coming back,
Brunson,
throwing out the vibes a little bit.
Yeah,
That's the team I picked. It was the Knicks.
Yeah, for sure.
I picked the Knicks, and I think I picked Miami. They're 8 at the time. I don't know where they're at now. Miami. As teams that the Pistons were certified could beat in the playoff series. Everything else, I think we're up against it. Yeah. Just like we are with this break. Tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone. You can go get your workout in right now. There's over 50 in the Metro Detroit area, 2,500 worldwide. If you want to get in all of them, just get the black card. You get use of amenities in every location all over the world. Planet Fitness, join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Benlo Rex here to talk about Mad Packs. Mad Packs is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they are partnering with Woodward Sports. You know what that means? I'm going to be feeling good all summer long. Mad Packs is going to take your game to the next level. High Low is getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality at unbeatable prices. Boom Shakalaka is a live resin-infused tarantula. This one's the bomb. Blizzard Packs THCA moon rocks that hit like a blizzard, coming to select retailers in May of 2025. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports Network for all the latest updates.
What up, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. I'm Eazy, Joe Muscle, Raxter, Chris, Nicholas, Koloff. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Chris noted the numbers did peep while we're talking Pistons, so we have some other news regarding the Detroit Pistons. Breaking news, if you will, although it came out a little earlier in the morning. New City Edition jerseys for next season.
Sir, look at these bad
on
boys.
Slam
You gotta be ready
Mag
to
cover
play.
from Cade Cunningham. I think those are fire.
I think that's amazing.
Those are I don't know if it's just me. I like black as a base of a jersey. I think it gives your team a presence, ominous presence almost, especially if you play in defense and whatnot too.
I'm
not the Raiders, but the Raiders back in the day.
Yeah.
But
Don't touch me, I'm sizzling.
Steelers, give me the black jerseys as a base all day.
Yeah, I normally don't, just because for the Pistons in particular, just because like that's not one of their prime colors, but those just look amazing. I'm a very traditionalist when it comes to jerseys. Like red, white, and blue are your colors. Do a red jersey, do a blue jersey, do a white jersey. Call it a day.
Yeah, throw it back up.
But this is fire. Yeah, look at this
You hit
one
up
more
in like 2
time, man.
seconds.
This is absolutely
Guy
fire.
needed himself on the camera. Jesus.
Shout out, Big
Yes.
Shot. No, I don't
Yeah,
know if he
it's
It's
did
like
that.
an inverted version of the red ones.
It's the teal
Yeah,
jerseys.
Yeah.
It's the teal colors.
City Edition.
No, but remember those red ones they have with like the bolts on the side?
Yeah.
It's like a teal inverted version of that almost.
Yeah, these are sweet.
Yeah.
Stick didn't like them.
I mean,
The teal. The
don't get me-
teal.
don't get me
He doesn't
started
like
on
Cade
that guy.
Cunningham.
The
No, I'm
teal
kidding.
is fire.
doesn't
I
like
don't
Cade
care what
Cunningham either.
anybody
Yeah.
says. I didn't watch the team live at the time when they had the teal. I don't care that it was an old thing. When they had the teal court for the city edition,
sick.
and
That was
everybody bought the teal again.
Yep.
I bought it as well.
Yep.
Like
I'm
the
kinda seeing
teal
the-
was badass. I love that hint of teal in there.
That's very cool.
The
I
teal's
like these.
gas.
I like the ones.
This isn't even all teal. This is black with just a hint of teal.
I like
Yes,
the ones this year
perfect.
more.
Huh?
I like the ones this year more.
Wow.
The like bone and orange and black ones. I think those ones.
I don't
are
like the
fucking
orange ones on a Pistons jersey.
Sweet.
I'm not mad at that.
I think they're really cool.
They definitely remind me of the
Oklahoma
Bad
State.
Boys.
Oh, Bad Boys.
Yeah. That's why I like the homage. I like the history behind it.
Yeah.
This one, not so much history. Maybe homage
There's
to
history,
the
just
teal
not-
stuff.
I mean, you got Cade
Not
Cunningham.
goodness.
That's the guy that can make history. So
Yeah, exactly.
Glazy.
Bars.
Never tripping off.
Spencer hates Cade Cunningham.
If you pay attention to, the guys that don't like teal are typically old.
Yeah, it's the old heads for sure. And it's because they have a reasoning behind it. It's only bad things happen in there. But I wanted to drop a bar on stick, but I didn't.
We
was the
brought
bar?
back.
It was gonna be about how never mind. I'll tell you after.
We brought back the black jerseys for the Lions.
I don't even know if it makes sense. I
after
was pretty high thinking about it in the shower.
we brought back the black jerseys for the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Those
were
are
different.
sweet.
Yep.
That's what me and KG brought up. They were different black jerseys, and they were good. These are different teal jerseys, and they're a good team. So, but if they fall for expectations next year, it's the teal. Oh.
Those should be the dumbest shit ever. I'm not gonna lie though. I do believe in the monogram.
I'm not a stitious guy. Definitely not a superstitious guy. So
Maybe
I'm not
a little
too
bit.
worried about it.
I think Lions, they need to stay like white, black, blue,
Their
blue,
jerseys now are the best they've been in my entire life.
for sure. But I'm saying they need to keep them like monochromatic.
Yes.
Like
Oh yeah, blueberries.
they always
win.
play. But yeah, they win.
They went.
So maybe I'm in a little bit of the,
Well, we
the
didn't
teal
win.
territory there with
Didn't
that
we
one.
Did we wear the blacks against the Commanders?
No, we did not.
It was the blueberries.
I think we wore the blacks against the Bills.
I want to say it
and-
was.
It was the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills and Seattle. Could be wrong on that one though. I'm gonna look it up right now actually.
But I think these jerseys are a dub. A lot of people are excited about them.
We wore
Yeah.
the blues.
We wore the Blues against the Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Durs.
yeah, we wore the blacks against the Bills and against the Seattle Seahawks.
Who has the best collection of jerseys in the city? Is it the Lions
Right now, yeah,
right now?
I think
I
so.
mean, you can't
It
like the
sucks
Red
to
Wings.
say, yeah.
Red Wings
I don't want
sweater.
to
Risky
give them
stuff.
any compliments today.
Red Wing sweater.
They don't
is-
deserve
is
it.
one of the classic.
Yeah.
Fire up! No,
I
I'm
have-
just kidding.
I would
I'm
not. I
kidding.
wouldn't put. I'd still say it's the Red Wings.
I mean,
the
Tupac
classic
was in that
Detroit
Red
Stars.
Wings.
That was hard.
Huh?
From the Negro Leagues.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit
Those
Stars.
are fire.
I love those jerseys.
Nothing like that old English D, though, on the Tiger cap.
The home.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh, yeah. That's legendary.
You are not wrong, sir. Let's go to break in this mock draft. Or you just want to get into it?
Yeah, no, let's go to break. We'll hear Easy's mock draft come up next. He made big picks, so stay tuned. But first, tell us about Feldman.
All right, here we go. Feldman, Chevrolet Novi, Detroit's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 6 consecutive years. Get a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew for just $199 a month. And you can also get a 2025 Chevy Equinox for only $249 a month. Come see George Hawes and his team at Feldman Chevrolet Novi today.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
If you are tired of your same old Detroit sports merch, head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that, all teams, all seasons. Make sure you are getting the best Detroit sports swag at woodwardsports.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. He's joined by Small Reaction, Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream.
Let's go.
Smash the like button. Wednesday, lion topic, so I had to do it, guys. I cooked up a mock draft.
Yeah.
And in this mock draft, I always make fun of people for making trades. If you don't make a trade for Lions, the guys you want, the guys we need, just aren't falling to us. And you just force your hands forced into making a blah.
A blah.
You know?
Yeah.
Unless you want to trade back, but then there's no respect to the guys. Like
Traded up?
Traded up, baby.
Oh, shit.
Traded up, baby, and I got
wonder
me one.
who he drafted.
Wonder who.
All right.
I took, I believe, the 18th overall pick in the NFL draft.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
My 19th pick from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, actually. Michael Williams out of Georgia. I think.
What did you give up?
I gave up
a second,
28, a third, and a sixth. And so to move to 24 last year, we gave up a third. I feel like that's fair. That's fair conversation.
For sure.
Right. Top 20 pick. And number 19, Michael Williams, edge out of Georgia. And I know we talked to Scott yesterday. He's not in love with Michael Williams the same way he is Shamar Stewart. I don't know if we talked to Russ about the same situation, but I see a guy that's going to play inside and outside for you. I see a guy that could maybe develop into a Chris Jones. I don't know if he's ever going to be elite off the line. I don't know if he's ever going to be an elite pass rusher. I just know he has a long, big wingspan. He's only 20 years old, and the sky almost feels like the limit. He's going to be one of those guys this is constantly irritating. Think of Calais Campbell, which is even kind of tough to say because he's had a tremendous career as well. Chris Canty, just those longer body interior defensive linemen. That's why I see Michael Williams striving at the NFL level. I think a lot of people last year like Darius Robinson. I think this is what you thought Darius Robinson was going to be, and Michael Williams at just 20 years old. And some of the pop that you didn't see on tape last year, don't forget he had that banged up ankle. How much of that was contributed to the injury?
Yeah.
He may be a little bit quick off the line.
I like Michael Williams. I would love this. Yeah, he fits what they want to do. He's an all-around type guy. His athleticism is off the charts. Yeah, A+.
You cool to move up?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Great trade.
So, I did it again. Now this one.
Traded again? Oh!
This one, I wasn't too proud of the work. I wasn't too proud of what we got back in this one. I gave up pick 60, next year's third round, and 2027's fifth round to move up to 44 in the second round. And I received a fifth round this year and I grabbed Donovan Jackson.
Okay.
Tackle.
That's
But
your
he's
boy?
going to be a guard at the NFL level.
you ever been
out of Ohio
swallowed
State. I think he can play both spots. I know a lot of people are in love with Tyler Booker. It's a size thing. On tape,
Size matters.
it does matter for sure. And
Not
Donovan
always.
Jackson got a little bit of the size as well too. I think he was like 6'5", 6'6", but he played tackle. He started off as guard, had to move to tackle because of the injury to Josh Simmons, and he thrived at it. And I think the complicated scheme, we talked about it briefly with Russ yesterday, the gap-friendly scheme and the power scheme, that's Donovan Jackson's game all day. He can do both. Where Tyler Booker, you're kind of just stuck at a power.
What did you have to give up to move? So you gave up
I gave up
a
my
second round. You gave up 60, a third-round pick next year, and a fifth-round pick next year to move up to 44, and you got a fifth-round back this year.
Yep. So essentially, I got rid of the third.
Yeah, you
from
gave up a
last year.
third-round pick to move up 16 spots. I mean, I don't hate it. It leaves you without a third this year and without a third next year.
Nick,
But I don't hate it.
where you at with it?
I think Williams can ultimately be the blue chip guy that you pair with Hutchinson. So I love that pick. And if you end up getting that guy in the first round, I'm all in to going offensive line in the second round. I think this is a phenomenal first 2 rounds. I am willing to give up future draft capital if we need to in this draft because of how close we ultimately are to the Super Bowl. Love this mock draft. Giving it an A+ on my side of it.
Let's go. Yeah, I think the thing too is like these are guys plug and play right now, contribute to you right now, and I think I'm trying to win the Super Bowl right now because it's already kind of the window's been painted for us. The picture's been painted for you. We're not going to be able to keep everybody. So while we have everybody, let's go fucking cash in and win the goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we have an extra third round pick next year anyway.
We do.
Sorry, I'm just saying. I don't know if anyone's bitching about the trades up, but
Who knows? You
that's
might
logic in it.
lose someone who goes signs a huge deal somewhere else, and you get an extra third-round pick next year.
Yep. So with that being said,
Probably not. Hopefully not, but it could happen.
and then by the way too, this is a team that's not like dying for needs. So
Yes,
like
I agree.
later round picks, I'm okay with
Brad
giving up.
throws around third-round picks too.
Yeah,
He,
that's his
he
favorite.
goons his third-round picks to everybody.
That's his favorite thing to move off of.
Feeds the geese with the third-round picks.
So with that being said, obviously I don't have a third round pick in this year's class. So at round 4 at pick 130, I went wide receiver, Isaac Tesla, who actually
like this
just
one.
visited the
A-minus.
Detroit Lions. Is either yesterday or today.
Yeah.
He's actually from Hudsonville, Michigan. Arkansas wide receiver, 6'3". He has a 39-inch vertical. So just think of
Tesla.
Tim Patrick, but young.
correct. That's and I honestly probably even go.
Better.
No. I mean, I think Tim Patrick's fine. He's just your high point guy. He's gonna go get the ball. He's a 4.4 guy in terms of like the 40 times. So he's got some speed. He's got those long strides. I think if a play breaks down, I mean, he is. Yeah, Tim Patrick probably the best way to put it.
He's a replacement piece. Yeah, I'm like I said. You know my idea. You should every mock draft should have every real draft should have a wide receiver in it.
Yeah, super explosive. Like I said, the 39.5-inch vertical. In perspective, I believe Calvin Johnson was like 41, 42.
You think is Antoine Green?
Dead and gone.
You think so?
Oh,
He got injured.
oh.
Hey,
Dude,
He had some bad
we
injuries,
wanted
too.
to buy into that hype so much.
I liked what I saw. He had a couple
Timberlake.
big plays too.
Timberlake's not on. Was he on the Diddy tapes?
Timberlake,
I
I don't
hope
think
not.
on the Diddy tapes.
Was he on the?
He's been
wasn't
going
on
through. He's
SP?
been going to jail recently for like DUIs and shit though.
Yeah, I mean, bros do bro shit, but don't drive drunk. It's not good. I love Justin Timberlake. He's a goat, dude.
He's invited to the cookout.
He's top white for sure.
Top white.
Well,
Round
wait, Ron
5.
said he's top white off the Super Bowl performance.
Hey, dude. Yeah, he pulled out a woman's titty right on live air.
Yeah, he did.
That's crazy.
He pulled out the goat sister's
The
titty.
goat
Michael
sister's
Jackson.
titty.
Yeah,
He said, "I'm the goat now."
for real.
That's could be. It's like a Game of Thrones shit.
Now I kind of rushed into this draft and I forgot about the need for safety, but I was gonna force it in any round.
Yeah.
I probably could have grabbed it in round 4, but I like Tesla. They just visited with them. I think that makes sense. I grabbed Keely Arnold, safety out of USC.
Okay.
He's a little bit more of a headhunter. He's kind of
Yeah.
versatile. He plays the run. He's got good coverage skills. He's very ball productive, and he's a special teams contributor too. They graded me an F on that one because he lacks athleticism and size.
Yeah, he's a thumper.
And I think give me that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially you got to contribute on special
start
teams too.
anyways. Or
Yeah, it's the 5th round.
guy will take some heads off on punt team or on kickoff team. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Did you describe him as a thumper?
He's a thumper.
Because I'm gonna get it right up in you.
Thumping.
Big time thumping.
She got a thumper.
She got thump.
You remember when thumper was a thing?
Yeah, I still.
She's got a thumper.
Thumper was slapped.
Thumper, not dumper?
Dumper was a good. No, then it became dumper.
Oh, okay. I remember it at dumper.
Yeah, it was originally. Yeah, see, you're right at the borderline.
The
of
border
age. It was originally thumper.
Damn.
Damn, look at the thumper on that bitch.
Look at the thumper on her.
Then it became dumper.
Pro. I think we're still in the 5th round here with this one, and I grabbed a 6th round Ty Robinson, interior defensive tackle out of Nebraska.
Yeah, I love that kid. That's a John Kaminsky. That's what's Pat O'Connor, but he's a freak athlete. Like his RAS score, he's an over 9 RAS score guy. Big, you can move him around. You can play any spot on the defensive line. I like that kid a lot. Brad Holmes probably likes him too. I mean,
yeah,
he's exactly what they like in defensive linemen.
Okay, number one thing with a lot of their defensive linemen, they want guys to collapse the pocket and play the run, and I think Ty Robinson offers that to you as a late round pick.
Guwap in the Woodward Sports chat.
Guwap.
East Atlanta Santa says stole all MJ's aura with that tick grab.
Yeah, he
it's
did.
like the Monstars ball.
I'm about to watch that later. That was crazy. What a time.
That was how YouTube was invented, actually.
They're not that great.
Huh?
That was how YouTube was invented, actually.
No, you're lying.
No, that was like it was invented, but that was
Her tick came out. We gotta put this somewhere.
That was what I watched a piece on it. That was what took it to. So it did exist, but it was very, very like not known.
That was the first
then
that
viral. Was the
viral
thing that catapulted it to being the superstar that it was.
YouTube? Did they show tits back
now
then?
You can't show nipples on YouTube. You guys fucking fell out of your roots, huh? YouTube.
You abandoned
God
your
what
core.
brought you here.
Abandoned your principles.
Yeah.
I just Googled Janet Jackson titty.
How's it looking?
It was. Oh, she covered up fairly quick.
Yeah, they got it covered up fast, but it was there.
Did she have a? Is that a nipple ring or?
Probably. She's a freak, dude. What?
Is Janet Jackson a freak?
I don't know. I feel like all rich people are freaks.
Was that part of the costume or nipple ring?
I don't think Taylor Swift is a freak.
I feel like Taylor Swift's a freak.
What?
Whoa, no
Starfish
way.
energy for sure.
Seen how? No, dude.
Have you seen her try to dance?
Yeah, she tries hard.
Okay, that we're talking. Yeah, all right.
She'd be down for anything. That's all right. Those are the vibes I get from Taylor Swift.
No,
I
don't see it.
I think she's
What do you
like.
mean?
Why do you think she's kind of getting broken up with, bud?
Is she really?
What do you mean?
Yeah, dude.
That's her,
every
that's
single
her
album
career.
is about
All her
somebody
ballads
that
are
broke
breakup
her
I
heart.
thought you
songs.
meant it was Travis
Oh,
Kelce.
great point. Easy. 100 points. Gold
I'm
star.
telling you, Starfish.
That is true.
Toothy blowjobs for sure.
She does
Yep.
but
She can't arch her back.
yeah, she can't arch her back.
Come
But
on.
like I said, I think she's like I said, I'm not saying she's, upper echelon
It's still got to be
talent,
good.
but she tries.
I don't even know.
I think
I
it's
feel like she
Starfish.
should try. She's
Because
down.
if she's whack at that,
Easy
you're like,
at
all right,
third.
babe, let me try this, and she probably said no, and then the guy's like, all right, I'm out.
I think when you could jet from your bedroom to the kitchen, I think you just lay there and you just say it's a privilege for you to be here. Like I think it's
Yeah.
Starfish energy.
I don't know. She
What do
hangs
you
out
mean?
with Ice Spice.
So what? She's probably trying to make it look like she's get some nasty rubbed off on her.
Yeah, hanging out with Ice Spice, doing like satanic
Yeah, all right.
praises, probably because they are like
Jesus.
crazy
Jesus,
LA sacrifice. Okay.
All right, reel it in, nigga.
Yeah.
Reel it in.
That's all
Really?
allegedly. I don't actually think like that.
No.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Who are you trying to fool? Fuck. What were we talking about before that?
She hangs out with Ice Spice and she asks, "Have you ever done that? That's 69? Like that's
That's so crazy.
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
think you guys are like rich people are rich people, man.
I think Taylor Swift
I mean,
is an
those
exception.
freak offs.
She's probably been to a freak off.
Some rich people are
Allegedly.
freaks.
I know you were talking about
I think
YouTube and
over
how
the past
it's.
couple years, we've seen that a lot of rich people are freaks.
Yeah,
the
it's true.
majority of rich people.
But those people are
Yeah,
broke
she's
turn
just an
rich.
exception.
Now, rich people have been freaks, though. You're right. And she was rich before music.
Was she
Yeah.
really?
Who?
Yeah. She's.
Taylor?
No, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but she's like, if there's any type of privilege conversation going on, it's her all day.
No way, really?
Yeah, her family owned like tons of farms and shit.
Oh shit.
Let me.
Back
fact
in the
check
day
this.
when she was writing teardrops on my guitar.
Yeah.
That's prime Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's a banger.
I fuck with old Taylor Swift.
Speaking about the start of YouTube, did you guys ever see the T.I. Whatever You Like spoof? That was like the first YouTube video I ever watched.
You can have whatever you
I feel like there was
like
many
he's in
of
the
them.
White House, like it's the spoof guy, like as if he's like old, like Joe Biden. Like
I don't know.
It's gold.
I don't know.
Scott
he's
Kingsley.
Obama. He's Obama.
I know
what you're talking about.
Obama
Yeah.
back to back.
Obama back to back.
That
is
was
goated.
crazy.
I don't
Scott
wanna hear
Kingsley
about it
Swift
ever again.
is a seasoned stockbroker and financial advisor
How do you know
who
what they
founded
tell
the
him, Barry?
Swift
Tell him
Group,
again.
operating under Merrill Lynch Wealth Management, and comes from a lineage of 3 generations of bank presidents. Yeah, her career was bought, but she's good.
She's good.
She's good. Like she lived up to it. That's good for her. Her mother, Andrea Gardner Swift, worked as a mutual fund marketing executive before becoming a homemaker.
Now her mother sounds fire.
That's one of the shows you watch.
Hedge funds, huh?
And they're like, "What's your budget?" "Oh, $2 million." Like, "Where do you work?" "Oh, I count colored pencils."
Yeah.
Budget $3 million.
Yeah, I catch butterflies part time, and she makes eco-friendly soaps. What's your budget? $245 million. It's like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking something around $20 million.
Oh, Christmas Tree Farm. That's where she grew up in Pennsylvania. So shout out to T Swift. Anyway, Malachi Moore was the other pick I had. That was pick 228.
Cheesenet says Eazy can't wear that hat anymore since Gibbs changed his number.
Oh my God.
First,
I should put this up and get it signed.
You should.
Because this is like OG. Yeah.
That's
I should stop
like
wearing this for real.
his first merch.
Yeah, I'm just.
That's his first professional merch with the Detroit. Get it signed by Montgomery too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that. I gotta make sure that happens.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I wish we had a way to make that happen.
Oh, if only I knew a couple
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Oh, rats! I wish we were near those circles at all. But let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll do some mailbag. Tell us about Loom. Lonely Island was great. East Atlanta, Santa.
Yeah,
Lonely
it was.
Island, and Smosh.
Also elite.
Smosh used to do the. I remember watching the Pokemon theme song by Smosh all the time.
Yeah, Weird Al.
Weird Al too.
He was big on YouTube. Yeah, definitely. If you want to go down a rabbit hole on YouTube, make sure you have the right equipment to do so. Loom Dispensary. Spring is in the air and Michigan is buzzing. 7.5 milligrams of real THC wrapped in bubbles. Crafted with real fruit juice and no artificial sweeteners, they are big in flavor but low in calories and 100% hangover free. It's all bubbles with no troubles. Catch it in watermelon, cherry, or strawberry, or all three. Crack a can, take a sip, and catch a buzz. Available at any of Loom's 38 locations across Michigan. Use code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order. That is code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order, online or in store. Go to www.loom.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Let's say you finna go catch the deer. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I low-key feel like he could have caught that
Definitely
deer if
could
he
have caught that
wanted
deer.
to.
He doesn't give a fuck. He probably did the shit with gators when he was growing up. He doesn't care about a deer.
You know he's Haitian. Probably eat deer.
Yeah.
They eat everything.
I mean, deer's good. I eat deer.
That's like raw.
Raw? Oh. God, not raw.
Shout out to Terry and Kirby getting to work. It's kind of dope to see that they're like working together.
Yeah.
In the off season.
Oh yeah.
You think they were high in that video?
For sure. I think they're high.
Cash.
I think
Straight cash.
I would say like 90% of professional athletes are high a vast majority of the time.
Yeah.
It's just, it helps. Helps with the pain. It helps with the CTE. It helps with everything.
Yeah. Unless you get too high.
Does it help with the CTE? I didn't know that part.
Fucking Marshawn Lynch. I know it's
know.
different, but Marshawn Lynch used to do Hennessy shots before the game, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's the GOAT.
Clint Portis Jr. used to do that too.
Yeah. Marshawn, dude.
Marshawn, legend. That's the crazy part about it too.
Marshawn's
like,
the fucking man, bro.
It's crazy how there's just two versions of athletes, and like both could be pinnacle. There's the one that like takes everything super serious, crafts his body into like the well-oiled machine that he goes and uses throughout his career. Mm-hmm. And there's a guy taking Hennessy shots before games.
Yeah, or eating
smoking
bags
weed.
of Skittles.
Yeah, eating bags of Skittles on the sideline.
Yeah. And
Lamar
still-
Odom drinking coffee, eating candy all day.
Lamar Odom's done worse than drink coffee
Exactly.
and eat candy.
John Jones
That's what you bring up
ripping
with
lines
Lamar.
and
Yeah.
winning champions. It's insane.
Fucking Lawrence Taylor was smoking crack and the
Yeah.
best player in the NFL.
That's his pregame workout. His
Like,
pregame,
that is, I mean, it like Stick said, it's a stimulant, so it's
But isn't it only like 10
performance
minutes?
enhancing. Huh?
Aren't those highs only for like 10 minutes?
Never smoked crack. Don't know.
No, I'm just saying. You know what they say?
It's like 7.
Probably.
Like 7. It's very specific.
I mean,
If you get a good one,
some
it's
people
like-
are just
it's
built
like
different.
8.
Some people are just built different, man. And I'd say pretty much every single. I wouldn't say. I do say every professional athlete is built different.
Yeah.
They're different levels.
It's not to say they don't hone in their craft and like work their ass off, but like
Yeah.
it's just
They
crazy how
also
they can do
smoke
that, you know?
Nick sent a picture of his meat. Can we see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
see that
Per
meatball.
Spencer's request, here's Nick's
Per
meat.
my request. Per Chris's delicate watch. Okay.
What do we think, boys?
Looking
We're
good.
grading Nick's
You get
meat.
the video?
Yeah, do you want me to play a video for you?
Yeah, I was hoping for the vid first.
video?
but we'll take
Okay.
it.
Nick
Here's-
put a gooning video.
We
of
got
his
we
meat.
got a gooning video in here. Let's see how the chat feels about it.
Oh yeah, that's what we like to see.
Oh,
Getting a nice sear on the meat
Is that
there.
chuck roast? What is it? Yeah.
Yeah, little chuck roast, $21.
Oh yeah, love that.
Yeah, got the
Those potatoes, onions, and carrots in the bottom.
Yep,
Oh,
mushroom.
yeah.
I'm a mushroom guy.
I love mushrooms.
Yep, got it going. Little beef broth through some tomato paste.
Yeah.
We'll see how it turns out. Gonna throw it
Yeah.
over some nudes. Some.
I used to
doing
do
it over news.
I used to do pulled pork in a crock pot, where I'd just put the whole thing in there, the pork, whatever it was.
Pork butt.
Yeah, put a bunch of barbecue sauce in there, some brown sugar,
Yeah.
some spices, a couple shots of Jack Daniels. Turn that bitch on, go to class, come back 6 hours later, walk into my fucking apartment, fall to my knees. It smelled so good,
Yeah.
dude. All the
Lord.
time. We would do it with chicken too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Bah.
Nick gets down. Nick can cook.
Nick can cook for sure.
Confirmed.
If I have some, I can bring in a little bit tomorrow. I'll let you guys know
Hell yeah.
how
yeah.
much it turns out.
Well, that'll do it for us. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button for Eazy, for Nick, for Chris. I am Spencer with the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.